Hello, I'm Janette Burke, online media personality, TV show podcast host of Janette's TV podcast, correspondent, MC speaker, and on camera consultant, back with another Janette's Tips and Sips. Pour yourself a cup of tea, coffee, whatever else you're drinking, could even be alcohol, and join me because this segment is all about you. We feature must have products, hacks, lifestyle tips, and so much more. So today I'm talking about something super important. So come closer, listen up. This is really, 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 really important for women over 40. We start packing on the pounds based on what we eat. And I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. A lot of it has to do with hormonal changes. Now, I'm featuring this because I really think a lot of women struggle with this, and we're into the new year, and obviously maintaining our health, weight, and eating more healthy is a priority for a lot of people as we enter into the new year. Myself, I've struggled with weight loss pretty much my whole life. I went up and down like a yo-yo, and finally, I start eating properly and taking different medication to keep my weight down, including Ozempic. But also because I'm type 1 diabetic, I have to take insulin and what have you. So that can pack on the pounds. Any kind of medication can pack on the pounds. But it's also based on what we eat. And in fact, what we eat is the most important variable in the equation of how to keep thin than anything else. Sure, exercise is important and all that too, but what we eat is the most important. So today I want to talk to you about eggs, eating eggs. They're not just for breakfast. Eggs are a great source of protein, and as we age, we need to eat way more protein than carbs and other things that pack on the pounds because they convert to sugar in the body, such as bread, bagels, rice, pasta, cake, pie, ice cream, all that stuff. It just converts to sugar. And to some extent, although not highly caloric, vegetables are still a carb. And a lot of people think you can pack on the vegetable because it's zero calories. But that's not necessarily true. It might be for Weight Watchers and diets like that, but it's not true for keto style diets where you do have to count your carb count, because even things like lettuce, whatever, they may be low in calories, but they do have carb count. So you need to watch how much you're consuming. Back to the eggs. Okay, so eggs, why are they such a great source of protein? Because they have mostly the egg white portion. So if you want just egg whites, you can get egg whites in the carton. I love this. I live off of this. And you can make egg whites by themselves. You don't have to use a full egg if you're worried about the cholesterol content from the yolk, especially if you have high cholesterol. It's only recommended that you would eat the yolk part, a couple times a week, no more than 3. But whites, you can have as many whites as you want. It's completely unlimited. It's a great source of protein. And whether you're using egg whites or using a real egg that you want to crack, can be very tasty and a great supplement to any meal and a great source of protein. So how can we make eggs tasty, or even egg whites? First of all, you don't have to fry it. You could crack it or spill the whites into a container or a dish. I recommend about 1/4 of a cup to 1/2 a cup at a time. It's very filling. And, add your seasonings, a little bit of salt, pepper, whatever seasonings you like. You could add some veg, cut up veg, mushroom, maybe spinach, maybe tomato. You could add a little bit of cheese if you want in any scenario, whites or with the eggs. I recommend like 2 eggs at a time if you're using the extra large. This is extra large. But if you're using the smaller ones, then maybe you could go for 3. So you can scramble it up if you want in a pan using a little bit of butter or some butter flavored Pam or something like that, or maybe a little bit of olive oil. You can do it that way. Or you can use a container and blend it all together And if you want, you can even add like a little bit of cream or milk. I don't do that, but you could if you want. Blend it all together with a fork. And if you don't want to fry it up, spray your pan with a little bit of Pam or put a little bit of butter in and put it in the microwave. And you can cook it that way. Or you could put it into a tin foil container and do it in the oven. You don't have to use round. You could use round. You could use square, whatever you prefer. You could even do it like a quiche. So quiche has dough, has a crust, almost like a pie, but you don't have to use a crust with a quiche. You can do a crustless quiche. So then it comes out like a big omelet. The point is that eating eggs is a very good thing for women over 40 who need more protein, not just to build muscle, although that is important, but to maintain your hormone levels, because the hormone levels are really what cause the weight gain. So I'm going to move on to the next thing I want to talk about today, which is another great source of protein, which is yogurt. But it has to be 0%. I love Liberté Greek yogurt, 0%, very low sugars. I find this also to be a great source of protein. And all I do is spoon out about a fourth of a cup, usually a fourth of a cup, because again, it's very filling. I find a half a cup too much, but maybe you don't. I would not take a full cup. I think that's too much for one serving. But this is a great source of protein. You can find it in the grocery store in your dairy section, along with your egg whites and your eggs. And this is also very good if you want to make a smoothie. You can do it in a blender with ice. If you don't want to make a smoothie, you just want to enjoy the yogurt, serve it in a little bit a bowl. You can add some fresh fruit. I like to use berries. Berries are the lowest glycemic of all fruit and the best to consume for weight loss, or if you have diabetes or other health concerns where pushing your sugar up too high is not advised. So you could use other fruits if that is not a concern for you. You could use banana, you could use any fruit really that you would like, apple, whatever, chop it up, put it in. You could add some nuts, which is another great source of protein and would add to that. So you could use like chopped walnuts, you could use chopped almonds, whatever you prefer. And you could even put a little bit of granola if you like, but I personally stay away from that. I find it extremely high carb. But some people, it's okay if it's measured like less than a teaspoon. Also, you could add some honey if you wanted, not too much, maybe like a teaspoon or less. I personally stay away from that. But you could use real sugar, brown sugar if you'd like that. Again, I stay away from that. I prefer to use instead a packet of Splenda or some form of sweetener, monk fruit, whatever. You could use that too as an alternative. You could even put a little bit of chocolate chips or chocolate syrup, caramel. Again, it's all up to you. I like to avoid sugar, but you can get syrups and other things that are completely sugar-free. You can even get the chocolate chips sugar-free. So it's really up to you and what you have in your pantry and what you enjoy. But the idea is to have the protein and to mix it all well and be satisfied with what you're eating. And to make sure that you are consuming as much protein as possible so that you are regulating your hormones and keeping your body and your hormones in check so that you can keep your weight down. So that is my tips and tips for today on the use of yogurt. Again, this is Liberté Greek 0%. You can get this at any food place or Walmart or whatever. You can also check my links below and order it online. If you don't feel like going out and doing your shopping, you can have it delivered to you, and you can order it on Amazon too. And you can also order the egg whites. I use this brand, Natural Egg. I love this one. It's Burnaby. I love this one. And really any brand of egg will do. So the links are below. And that's my tips and tips for today. Eat more protein, eat healthy, and we'll see you next time on Janette's Tips and 6.